Welcome back. Well, the polls are clear about the voter desire for change in the June 7th Ontario election, but there's confusion about who will bring it to Queen's Park. My next guest wants you to forget all about the status quo parties and roll the dice on none of the above. Greg Vezina is the leader of Ontario's None of the Above party. He joins us from Toronto. Greg, last time we saw you, you were a fringe party. You only had a few candidates and a few ridings. Now it looks like you got a lot of names to put up for voter consideration. What's happening to your party?
Well, you're the guy that predicted the none of the above landslide victory in the future, Don. So all we're doing is turning you out to be a genius. We've got candidates now in more than half the ridings, and we've got some big names already, and we're about to announce some more. Brian Crombie, who's the CFO of the Ottawa Centres, is looking at running in Mississauga Centre. He may run as an independent, but he's looking at running for us. Pat Stogren, who was the federal military ombudsman, veterans ombudsman, is looking at running in Ottawa. He's been getting candidates for us from veterans. We have the director of sales of AT&T. We've got some very, very prominent candidates, and we're going to have more.
I just want to say one thing. The Mr. Crombie that you mentioned is the husband of Mississauga Mayor Bonnie Crombie, and she insists that that's false, that he's not running. But that's going to bring up an interesting conversation around the dinner table, I guess, tonight.
I guess they'll have that, yep.
All right. Now, what is driving this? Is this just apathy breaking out or fear of Ford and people don't know where to put that anti-win vote? What do you think is going to at least make your candidates have a credible showing, perhaps, on election night?
Well, Don, this really started in 2014. A week after the election started, I looked around and I said, nothing's different. We keep changing leaders. We don't get the policies they promised to run on. They don't keep their promises. We need process change. We need people to have a say and a control of our politicians before and after elections. So we are campaigning on recall and referenda and direct democracy. We're not a follow the leader party. And interestingly enough, 78% of people believe in representative democracy. 22% don't. They won't vote no matter what you tell them. But 66% want direct democracy. They want these tools. And they exist, as you know, in BC, Don. They were used on the HST, and they were used to recall 3 MLAs. So they work. They work in the United States. They work around the world. And people are fed up of changing the occupants of the deck chair of the Titanic. We keep hitting the same iceberg. We should change the direction of the ship.
All right. Now, let's say you win seats. Let's say you get a mandate. How do you deliver it when you're none of the above?
Well, we are a party, and we do have policies. The first thing we'll do is we will form a unity cabinet and bring in the best MPPs or MPPs elected from all the major parties. We'll change the rule of cabinet solidarity, and we will go and pass the bills that we agree on, that a majority of the members agree on, in the first 100 days. Then we will send out a questionnaire, a plebiscite to voters in the first 6 months of all the major policies of ours and the opposition, and we will get their votes. And then in the next 6 months, we'll pass the policies that a majority of the people agree on. And then we'll fight about what we don't agree on after that.
Quick last word. Who's going to win the election in reality?
I'm going to have the balance of power with 7 seats, and I'm going to decide who's premier. And that's a win.
All right. All right. Well, can we book you for the show June 8th then, Greg? It'll be interesting to see who you're going to pick.
Thanks for having me, Don.